All right. What's going on, everybody? Good evening. This is a first. This is a first. Welcome to my YouTube live SPOMOTICS-ep5. We're going to wait for some people to get in here first. This is very exciting. I haven't done this before. This is my first time doing it. On a different, on my laptop actually right now. And we are going live from YouTube. All right, so waiting for some people to come in. Hope they know how to get into the YouTube live session. Tonight's episode, we're going to talk about Week 2 picks in the NFL. I did pretty good last week. I did okay. There were some upsets in there. My Giants let me down, but that's cool. That's cool. We're going to talk about some Week 2 picks. We're going to do our first ever Spomotics Spotlight Kid. I have one child in mind that I'm going to pick, and we're going to talk about the movie of the week, Vacation Friends. Everybody needs Vacation Friends after seeing this movie. This movie was cool. I love it. I loved it. And if you're in here, let me know you're in here. Say hello. Like I said, this is my first time doing the YouTube live. So everybody come on in. All right. All right. So without further ado, let's get this party started. And before every show, you need a theme song. Uh-oh, it's not. Here we go. Right. All right, welcome in, everybody. My name is Keith Gibson. I am the host of Spomotics. That's Spomotics, SPOMOTICS. That's short for sports. That's movies and a little bit of politics. So welcome in, welcome in. So I'm excited about tonight. Well, I'm excited about football. I'm not excited about my Giants playing tonight. After seeing what they did last week against the Broncos, I'm kind of nervous. I'm not going to lie. And as long as that Danny Jones is the quarterback, I'm always going to be nervous. All right? But that's cool. We're going to talk about that at the end of the session because I know the game starts at 8:15, and I'm ready for it. But right now, we're going to talk about some NFL picks. Now, there were a lot of upsets. I'm not going to lie to you. The first one that I saw was Aaron Rodgers. Now, I know it's not that big of an upset. I get it. But the way the Saints have a new quarterback now, you know, Drew Brees is gone. They got famous Jameis there. Everybody was saying he's Mr. 30 for 30, 30 interceptions, 30 touchdowns. Like, yeah, he'll give you 30 touchdowns, but he'll also give you 30 interceptions. But like I said before, with famous Jameis, he has a new coach with Peyton, and I think he's going to do great. Like I said, I think he'll be in the Pro Bowl this year. Matter of fact, I know he'll be in the Pro Bowl this year. He looked awesome on Sunday. But I'm sorry, the Giants game tonight against Washington starts at 8:20. Excuse me. All right, so they had a couple of upsets. a couple of teams that you knew was gonna hold their own and win. I picked the Browns to beat the Chiefs. That was just me. All right. But I will never doubt Baby Goat again. All right. Like I said, Baby Goat is great. He's always going to be great. And he will be the GOAT before it's all said and done. And yeah, I believe they'll make it to the Super Bowl again. I don't see anybody beating them. Well, except the Browns. That's the only team. That's the only team that I can see beating up on the Chiefs. Like I said, I think the Chiefs have an overall better team. Like I said, okay, they got him at. I think their wide receiving core is better. Yeah, I know they got Tyreek Hill. Hear me out. I know they got Tyreek Hill, but that's all they have as a star running back against what they have over with the Chiefs. I think the running game for the Chiefs, for the Browns, is better than the Chiefs. I also believe that their defense is way better than the Chiefs. All right, I agree. Yes, I believe that. If you don't agree, let me see some comments. Tell me what you think. Am I going crazy? Do I think the Browns overall is better than the Chiefs? Let me know. Let me know. All right, so we're going to start off with the 49ers and the Eagles. We saw what the 49ers did. Huh? Oh, yeah. I've seen them now. They're just coming in. We might be just a little delayed, man. All right. Thank you. All right. They haven't proven anything yet. The Browns. No, I get that. But I think last year, I think the last 10 games, I think they proved a little bit to us. I think they proved that they can ball. I think that they proved that they can win some games. I think this year, Mayfield, he's going to step up. He's going to have a lot of weapons. You got Chubbs. Chubbs is running the ball. He's going to be effective. And when you run the ball, the passing is going to be there. And I think he'll have some lanes. He got Odell Beckham, Landry. Like, he has some weapons. All right. So yeah, I believe that the Browns are the overall better team. But let's see. Let's talk about these Eagles and 49ers. 49ers, are they back? Now, they were hurt last year, and they couldn't make a lot of noise last year. All right. But they're back. They got Jimmy G back at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Now, when they played Detroit, I think their defense just, went to sleep at the end. They were like, all right, we got this game. So I don't even count all those points. The defense is there. So the 49ers are back. 49ers are in the hardest division, one of the best divisions in our league, hands down. I think all of them might go to the playoffs. You got the 49ers, you got the Seahawks. Seahawks, man, Arizona, and you got the Rams. Now, I still think the Rams are going to win the division, but there's a chance that all of these teams in the division can go to the playoffs as wild cards. I can see that happening because they're going to beat each other up. They're going to beat other divisions up. They're solid. They're solid in the NFC West. So the 49ers against the Eagles. Both won last week. The Eagles won. They look good. Jalen Hurts looked good. I'm throwing the ball to the rookie Smith, who I've wanted. But how those Eagles, oof. But I don't think they're going to have the same success as they did last week against the Atlanta Falcons. So with my pick, I'm going for the 49ers. I think it won't even – this game won't even be close. I'm not going to give any scores out, but I know that the 49ers will win. They'll be over the 7 points. All right? So it's the 49ers and the Eagles. So I'm picking the 49ers. That's who I have. Then we got a good game. We got Raiders versus Steelers. Now, if you didn't see that Monday night game was one of the best opening Monday night games we've had in a while. With the Ravens had a 14-point lead, and then I thought it was over. I'm not going to lie to you. We turned the channels. I turn back, it's tied. I'm like, I would never do that again. Yeah, Steelers. They came through with their defense last week. They looked sharp. They played the Bills tough, and everybody picked the Bills to win that. But the Steelers, like I said, with Mike Tomlin, you can't you can't look past him. Because Mike Tomlin, if you remember, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing record. If you think he had a losing record, let me know, because I don't remember that. But I know for a fact he has not had a losing record as long as he coached the Steelers. So with this game, with the Steelers and the Raiders, it's a classic matchup. Like the team of the 70s, right? The Raiders, the Steelers. That's going to be a great 1 o'clock game. With my pick, I'm going with the Steelers. I'm not going to go past Mike Tomlin again. Now, I'm not going to knock the Raiders. That crowd in Las Vegas, it was electrifying. They were great. The atmosphere was great. The overtime win, they thought they won. Then there was an interception at the 1 yard line. Then they were coming back, and then they won. Like, that game was awesome, man. Raiders and the Ravens, that was an awesome Monday night game. But I don't think the Raiders are going to have the same magic against Tomlin in them and the Steelers. Big Ben he's still Big Ben. As long as he don't make any mistakes, that defense is going to be in there. Going to keep him in the game. And, yeah, so I'm going to go with the Steelers. I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one. 6 of the 8 wins down the stretch was against teams like the Jags, Giants, and those type of teams. And they lost to the Jets. Yeah, I mean, let's just say this. I think with the Browns, yeah, they won 6 of the 8, but remember, if I'm not mistaken, they still won those games. See, it's any given Sunday. Now, you said the Browns won 6 of the 8. They won 6 of the last 8, right? Now, when have we ever talked about the Browns winning 6 of 8 games? That's why I'm saying they're on the right track. When have we ever said, let's take it back to Bernie Kosar now. That might have been the last time they won 6 out of 8 games. But when was the last time we said, damn, the Cleveland Browns won 6 out of 8 games? Yeah, they lost to the Jets. They played the Jags. But those were teams that they were supposed to win, and they won. They beat them. And in the playoffs, they even made a little noise. And if it wasn't for some mistakes that they made against the Chiefs, it would have been the Browns versus the Bills to see who goes to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I think they're going to learn from their mistakes. They got better they got Clowney on the defense, working with Garrett. I think they are going to be a team to reckon with. And you saw how close that game was. Just a little mistake by Mayfield cost them that game because they had them. The pandemic Browns. All right, Justin. Yeah, there was a pandemic season. I get it. But, yeah, they're going to be the truth, man. They're going to be the truth. All right. So, speaking of the Browns, they'll win this game easily against the Texans. So, I have the Browns against the Texans. So, yeah, the Browns, they'll handle the Texans. That's not even close. That's not even going to be a close game. Broncos and Jags. Did the Broncos defense look good against us, against the Giants? Or did the Giants just show up as the Giants with the same no line, Danny Jones fumbling, doing fumble things like he always – I saw the highlight. It was like how do you tuck the ball in and fumble the ball? Like, I don't understand why they picked Danny Jones. I don't understand Gettleman's mindset. Now, I know I talked about this on episode 4, and I'm not going to go into it. But if you saw this guy, let's say that you didn't even see any names, any faces or anything, all right? And I gave you a piece of paper. and I listed down all his college stats, okay? With the 3 years he played, he had 59 touchdowns and like 30 turnovers, okay? And I show you this paper, and I say, should we draft him? Would you draft somebody that in 3 years he had 22 interceptions or 29 interceptions? Like, would you do that? I don't understand. Let me calm down. Let me relax. All right. It's still early. And I know that people are like, oh, give Danny Jones a chance. He's so, oh, did you see the pass that he made? Yeah, I saw the pass that he made, but did you see the interception they threw? Did you see the fumble? Did you see how he can't hold on to the ball? We can't win like that. All right. All right. I'm not going to go through that. All right. We're going to talk about these picks that we have. So I'm not going to go through that. So, yeah. Is it going to be which Broncos team is going to show up? But I think the Broncos. I know they improved. I mean, they still got their defensive player of the year that he's coming back. He's back. So no, I'm gonna go with the Broncos. So I'll go to Broncos. I think I lost my spot. The Broncos over the Jags, even with the rookie quarterback with the Jags. I mean, he looked good. All right, he wasn't terrible. I mean, damn, he did better than Aaron Rodgers. Goodness great, he's a rookie. But there were some throws that he made. It was like, wow, he is going to be special. And then there's some throws that he made. It was like, ooh, Trevor, like, what was that? Like, you couldn't even make those passes in the ACC without getting picked off or something. So I think he'll improve with that, but he won't improve next week. I think the Broncos going to be all over. Saints versus the Panthers. My man, Famous Jameis, looking good. Like I said, Famous Jameis is going to be the truth. Oh, you're watching Cobra Kai? Yeah, I was like, who's Johnny Lawrence? Right. Yes, Trevor Lawrence. Yes. Trevor Lawrence is going to look good, man. In the future, he'll look good. But yeah, I think he just won't be ready for next week. Saints versus the Panthers. Like I said, Famous Jameis. A lot of people, y'all gonna sleep on him. If you don't have him now, I think you should pick him up on your fantasy team because that boy is gonna be special, especially with Sean Payton being his coach. He'll be special. So I think the Saints and the Panthers. I got the Saints. I know McCaffrey. He's not gonna do that much this week. He's special though. He's special. Wow. I had my doubts the first year I saw him. I was like, yeah, he's gonna be all right. Like he ain't. But man, he changed my mind, man. McCaffrey is special. Those runs that he made last week, I know he played the Jets, but just to make those runs against an NFL team, like he is going to be a beast. Yeah, Jay, I told you, like Famous Jameis, man, he's going to be special. Now, I hope that he doesn't turn into Famous Jameis of Tampa. And even though, even going through the Florida State, when he played for Florida State, he was still throwing some turnovers. He was still, he was still throwing the ball around, not taking care of the ball. You know what I'm saying? But I think he'll be all right. He'll like I said, he's gonna make the Pro Bowl, man. He'll make the Pro Bowl. Yeah, the Panthers don't have a coach, and Sam Darnold, he looked good. I mean, you know how he went with the Jets. I mean, the Jets were when he was with the Jets, it was like they were just having coaches, different coordinators, and doing this, different players, and just weren't ready for prime time. But I think, I think he found his home, and I think he'll be all right. But I still have the Saints over the Panthers. Rams and the Colts. Man, those Rams look good. I mean, Matthew Stafford looked like the old Matthew Stafford when he was slinging that thing to Megatron, man. I mean, he was just throwing it. 4 different wide receivers. Like, he was just spreading the ball around. He looked good. And I can't wait to see him play throughout the year because he's really going to be great, man. And that Rams defense is the one that can put them in at least the championship game this year. Super Bowl, I mean, they can make it to the Super Bowl. I can see the the Rams going to the Super Bowl. I can see it. He'll knock Wentz out. I mean, Wentz better run. But Wentz he doesn't get hurt in the first season, in the first couple of games. He'll get hurt like in the last 5 or 6 games of the season. So he might not get hurt this time, but yeah, they're gonna come after him. They're gonna come after him. That Rams front line is the truth. All right, let's go to the AFC East. We got the Bills and Dolphins. Man, did the Dolphins look good? Did Tua look good? Wow. And the Bills. The Bills. I mean, they had the game. They choked up. That fourth down play really killed them. And that the special teams from the Steelers, the block punt for a touchdown, that killed them too. Dolphins look good. But I think the Bills will learn from their mistakes and they'll take care of business against the Dolphins. So I'm going to the Bills. Patriots and the Jets. Patriots and Jets. Like I said, the Jets, they're okay. Patriots rookie, Mac looked good. Mac did his thing. Mac spread the ball around. What Mac did, this is what he did. He didn't make a lot of mistakes, which is great. But he didn't make enough big plays also, which is not good. He has to make bigger plays. So yeah, the Bills are gonna. Yeah, you're right. The Bills are gonna have to find out, and they're gonna have to do their thing. If they want to get back to where they were last year, because they were a game away from the Super Bowl. Let's see if they can do it again. But I don't know. It's gonna be tough with the Browns coming in. I don't know. But yeah, I think let's see if they can handle success. You're absolutely right, because that's hard sometimes also. But yeah, for this one, I have the Patriots all day. Patriots, Mac Jones gonna look great. He'll throw about 3 touchdowns, about 250 to the 270 in yards passing. I give it to him. Bengals and Bears. Did the Bengals finally find their quarterback? Oh man, Burrows. Burrows looks good. Burrows look good, man, and I'm glad he's healthy. The way he was playing at LSU, he looks good. And I think he'll have some struggles against the Bears defense because you still got Mac over there. But I think he'll figure it out. And wait a minute, am I saying this out loud? Are the Bengals gonna go 2-0? Hold on. Am I saying the Cincinnati Bengals are gonna go 2-0? Am I checking this? Hold on, let me double check this. Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm not. Hold on. Did we? Am I gonna say? Okay. I think the Bengals gonna go 2-0. Wow. Who would have thought that? Yeah, Andy Dalton against his old team. You know how it goes against your old team. You always want to show off against your old team, right? I don't think. Icky Woods, you're right. That was the last time I think they went to the Super Bowl against your 49ers, right? Icky Woods, yeah, in the Icky Shuffle. Wow. That is a throwback. That's a throwback, the Icky Shuffle. He used to do it. Everybody was doing that, man. But yeah. So the Bengals are for real. So let's see. Which division is the hardest? Wow. I don't know. Because yeah, you got the Bengals. And you got Cleveland, the Browns. Then you got Baltimore. Damn, who knows? Who knows? We don't know. Yeah, they were ready for the Icky Shuffle. We ain't gonna talk about your 49ers though. Cause yeah, you know what my Giants did to them. But no, I believe the NFC West will be the hardest division. Yeah, hands down. Because the Bengals, they won't be ready yet. They won't be ready. All right. So, I'm going ahead of myself. Excuse me. All right. So, the Bengals will beat the Bears. Falcons and Buccaneers. Come Come on, y'all. This ain't even the Tom Brady Buccaneers. Of course, yeah. This not even a contest. And if you have any wide receivers on your fantasy team for the Buccaneers, any of them, put them all in. Put them all in. Put Godwin, put all them boys. Evans, Antonio Brown, put them all in. They're going to show off. He might go for almost 400 this game. Might go for over 400. But they do have to fix that running back position because all those fumbles and interceptions, yeah. Nah, no trap game for this one. Tom Brady don't believe in trap games. Tom Brady is that, that's the Patriot way. Week for week, week to week, we do our jobs week to week. No trap game here. Buccaneers all day on the Falcons. Yeah, over 3 touchdowns over. Yeah. Vikings and the Cardinals. Kirk Cousins. I just don't believe in him. I know they got Cook at running back. They should have won that game last week, but I still got the Cardinals. The Matt Ryan revenge game. We'll see. Oh, yeah, that was this might be his revenge game. You're right. But nah, not on that defense. They coming after him. They coming after Matty Ice. They'll be after him. But for the Vikings and the Cardinals will win. That defense for the Cardinals is solid. They'll have over 5 sacks. They'll have over 2 interceptions. They'll have over 3 turnovers in this game. All right. So yeah, I believe that the Vikings, man, where did they go? I mean, they were special, man. They could have been special last year with that defense, man. Not last year, but the year before that. But with Kirk Cousins not going to take you there, man. So yeah, I got the Cardinals over the Vikings. Titans and the Seahawks. What happened to the Titans on Sunday? Can somebody please explain that to me? Oh, and before I talk about that, yes, Justin, you're right. Kyler Murray and Hopkins, man, and look, and I have them on my fantasy team. I have both of them. And he was just throwing them to Hopkins. I was like, thank you. So yeah, that really helped my squad out. But yeah, back to this Tennessee Seahawks game. I mean, who are the Titans? Now I know they got a new OC, so I know it's messing up things. But they need to just go back to last year and be like, all right, these are the plays we're gonna do. Especially if you got Julio Jones. Goodness gracious, you got Julio Jones, you got Brown, like you got that big monster in the backfield. Like, come on. Like, they should be embarrassed. And I don't know. I don't know. This is a pick'em game because the Titans and the Seahawks look good. The defense look good. Wilson was slinging that thing. I don't know. Tyler Lockett was catching ball, like catching touchdowns. I don't know who's going to win this game. I know the Titans just got some corners. Titans got some corners, but they better do some work because this is a tough game for me. Derrick Henry should be able to run the ball. So I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna pick the Titans over the Seahawks. Yeah, I know they're in Seattle and everything, but they're not the Legion of Boom. This ain't the Legion of Boom, all right? So yeah, I got the Titans over the Seahawks. Oh, you got Brady, you got the GOAT. All right, baby girl. Okay. I know you got the GOAT on your team. I know you did work on Cam on the fantasy team, so I'm gonna give you a shout out. So good job. But yeah, if Tennessee's quarterback, he has to show up. Like he has too many weapons not to show up. I mean, they can't double anybody because if you double somebody, you're gonna have Henry having a monster game, and he's known for having a 200 game once or twice a season. And Julio is mad because the coach yelled at him, and the coach was mad at him, and blah blah blah. But Julio is gonna go off this game, man. I really think if Julio goes off, Tennessee cannot be stopped, man. And Julio is not the same. He's not old. He still got some game in him. But the quarterback got to give him the ball, man. Quarterback got to throw the rock at him. So with that and Antonio Brown, Derrick Henry, I think the Tennessee Titans, they'll win this game. Cowboys and Chargers. Woo-hoo! Cowboys and Chargers. All right, so this is going to be hard because the Cowboys offense look good. Now, I don't want to give the Cowboy fans all this hope about. Now, I know I picked them to win the division, all right, of the NFC East. I picked them to win the division. But I'm not going to just say they had a great game because they did. And offensively, they look good. But let me tell you why. You can't take the ball away 4 times. You can't take the ball away 3 times in the other team's end zone and only come up with field goals. You cannot take the ball away 4 times and lose the game. You can't do that. Dallas special teams look suspect. Dallas defense still looks suspect. Now, I know they were going against the GOAT of quarterbacks. Not the GOAT of the NFL, but the GOAT of quarterbacks. Because Jerry Rice is the actual GOAT. I'm just going to put that out there, all right? But he's the GOAT of quarterbacks. But yeah, I am going with, and the Chargers, man, that quarterback was throwing that ball against that Washington team, man. He looked good. He looked good, man. So, the Chargers defense, I mean, it was okay. I know Heineke and everything, and he was. Let me tell you about Heineke, man. Well, I'll go into Heineke when I talk about the Giants and Redskins. But for this game, I'm going with the Cowboys. I think Ezekiel Elliott will run all over them. I think he'll get more touches this game, and that play action is gonna mess them up. So yeah, I believe that the Cowboys will win this game. The Chiefs and the Ravens. Is this the game of the week? I think so. MVP versus MVP. Woo! Chiefs, Ravens. Ravens should have won this game. Action Jackson, those turnovers, can't do that against the baby GOAT. You cannot do that against baby GOAT. Because if you do it against baby GOAT, and if you turn that ball over like you did against the Raiders, baby GOAT, they'll score 60 points. That's me. That's what I'm saying. They'll score 60 points. I don't care how good that defense of the Ravens you think it is. If they turn that ball over and you keep the Ravens defense on the field against baby GOAT, baby GOAT is going he'll throw about 6-7 touchdowns. And the Chiefs, what can I say, man? I mean, with Kelsey and Tyreek and with Hill and all them boys, they're good. They're so good, man. Can the Ravens play D? Like, can the Ravens put a lot of pressure, put some pressure on baby GOAT? That's going to be the key. Can he put pressure on baby GOAT? If he can put pressure on baby GOAT, they have a shot. I don't think they'll put a lot. I think they'll put pressure on him, but I think they're going to have so many men backfield, man, they're not going to be able to blitz that much. And if they blitz like how they did against the Raiders, you saw how the Raiders the Raiders torched them, especially the last play of the game. Like, why would you do an all-out blitz? I mean, I get it. You want to sack them and then get take them out of field goal range maybe, or make it a harder field goal. But damn, why would you just give them just, let's do an all-out blitz and then just throw the ball down the field. Like, I mean, there's nobody covering them. Come on, man. But yeah, don't do that against the Chiefs, whatever you do. So I got the Chiefs winning this game. A Monday night game, I will talk about on Sunday on episode 6. I'll talk about that game. But let's get to this game. Tonight's game. The Washington team in our nation's capital against my New York Football Giants. Man, I'm nervous. Both of my squads are in the area. That's why I'm wearing my Yankee hat. I got my Yankees playing Baltimore and my Giants here in the nation's capital. Now, usually I go to every Giants game when they're here. But because of COVID and everything, I'm not ready to do all that yet. And I got a baby on the way, baby boy on the way. I'm not ready for that yet. But let's talk about this Washington team. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you, and this is going to be recorded. That Heineke, he makes me nervous. You know who he reminds me of? Heineke reminds me of a younger Tony Romo. When Tony Romo first started, he could get out the pocket. He could throw it with accuracy. He's accurate, man. Washington's defensive line scares me. Doesn't scare me. They make me nervous because our line is some trash, okay? We have a new center that's going to be starting, and that makes me nervous, okay? That really makes me nervous, and I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, all right? Danny Jones still turning the ball over. Our offensive line can't get Saquon anywhere. Jason Garrett is not doing enough plays like he's doing these little, run, pass. I mean, run, pass. Can we do some screens? Can we do some tight end screens? We need to open the ball up. I mean, we got Galladay for a reason. Got to throw the ball down the field. I'm nervous that he throws the ball down the field. I mean, he's accurate sometimes, but then he'll be accurate to the other team also. Washington, Antonio Gibson, the boy can go. We got to stop that. We got to keep Heineke in the pocket. Let him be a pocket passer. I don't like when he's on the run and he's throwing it. I don't like that. He makes me nervous. So, with all that being said, I know the Giants swept them last year, and I'm not being a homer. I think the Giants will pull it out. I have the Giants. This is my score because I think Danny Jones, hopefully if Washington played defense like they did last week and Danny Jones can at least get some passes down the field, we have an okay wide receiver squad. They're okay. But our line has to protect Danny Jones. Danny Jones has to protect the ball. Saquon, I know that he might be limited because I know he played Sunday. But look, I'm picking the Giants. I think the score will be 20. The Giants win 21-17. It's going to be close. It's going to be a close game. No, I'm not gonna go with my heart. I'm just gonna go by. Barkley isn't 100%. He's not. But I think he'll have an okay game. I think he'll get more touches, more than 11. But look, this is the NFC least. I mean, so I'm gonna pick the Giants. I'll pick the Giants 21-17 tonight. All right, that's my pick. That's what I'm going with. All right. Giants, they're not ready yet. I know, but I just think that they can turn it around. They can turn it around. All right, so we're going to talk about this movie which was the movie of the week last week, all right? The movie of the week was called Vacation Friends with Lil Rel and John Cena was in it. And I'm going to have a rating, okay? So my ratings is a SPOMOTICS-1, which is not that good, to SPOMOTICS-5, which is really good, all right? I'm going to give this movie a SPOMOTICS 3.5. Vacation Stars. It's on Hulu. It's so funny though. Like you will be laughing. John Cena did his thing, man. Like John Cena was the movie. John Cena was very funny. It sounds like the dog is taking over upstairs in the house. He's running around. He's taking over. All right. And if you don't know, I have a Great Dane, and he's about 8 feet tall. All right. And my pregnant wife and my 12-year-old son is upstairs feeding them. All right. So if you heard that noise, that rumbling, that was that. All right. There's no wrestling match upstairs. All right. So yeah, but back to this. Yeah. John Cena was hilarious. Lil Rel was great. The two young ladies, they were funny as I don't know what. They really complimented each other. Like it was like I gave it 3.5 because I knew what was gonna happen. And I knew I was like, babe, watch this. This is what's gonna happen. Oh, this is gonna happen. And it happened. But still, that if you haven't seen it yet, I know this is the movie of the weekend, but you know, that was the movie that we picked last weekend. But it was pretty damn good. It was funny. So yeah, I gave it a SPOMOTICS 3.5. All right, 3.5 SPOMOTICS. It was good. All right. So the next movie, it's not a movie. It's not a movie. It's a Netflix show. Okay. This is the next movie that we're going to discuss on Spomotic. So did anybody see Vacation Friends? If you did, can you let me know how you feel in the chat? But it was funny. It was Vacation Friends was funny, but the movie is clickbait. You weren't expecting it to be that? Yeah, it wasn't. Like Danielle, like I'm telling you, I thought it was gonna be like, you know, it was be some dumb scenes and over the top, comedy. But no, the storyline was great. Without giving everything away, I mean, Vacation Friends. I mean, get you some Vacation Friends like that. You know what I'm saying? That movie was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah, I know. I heard he was showing off. I heard, man. Goodness gracious. But yeah, so, but the next movie that we're going to talk about is Vacation Friends. I'm sorry. It's Clickbait. Clickbait on Netflix. So good. You'll never guess. And if you've seen it, please don't discuss it here. We'll discuss it next week, all right? So please don't say anything about it on here. But next week, we're definitely going to talk about it. But Clickbait is the next show we'll talk about next Thursday. All right? All right, cool. So this is the end of the episode 5. I appreciate everybody coming in. But before I go, I definitely want to do the Spomotics Spotlight Kid. The Spomotics Spotlight Kid. Now, this is where I tell everybody, if you got my channel on YouTube, or if you have me on Facebook, or if you text me your child's stats. Boy, girl, I don't care. Soccer, tennis, lacrosse, football, basketball, hockey. Let me know. Let me know how they did. Let me know their stats. Let me know what they're doing. If they're getting good grades, let me know that too. Let me shout them out. Let me shout them out. This will be our Spomotics Spotlight Kid. All right? So my Spomotics Spotlight Kid, my first ever Spomotic Spotlight Kid is my son, Cameron. All right? Cameron is a 12-year-old at H.H. Poole Middle School. He is now. This isn't his first time playing tackle football, but this is his first time playing tackle football for the school. Okay, my son, number 44, is the starting linebacker at H.H. Poole Middle School. Linebacker, my son, I love it. He also, not only that, he also plays first base, right field, and left field. Pitches sometime for the Stafford Warriors. Gets good grades. Get great grades. I love it. I love it. Sports. Loves his parents. Does his schoolwork. Stays out of trouble. Does his thing, man. He loves the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? He's not a Laker fan. He's a LeBron fan. All right. But yeah, he does his thing, man. That's Cameron Leffridge. He is the first ever Spomotic Spotlight kid. So give him a heads up. A heads up. Can't even talk, man. Give him some props. All right. That's my boy. All right. All right, everybody. That is it. That is it for episode 5 live on YouTube. All right. So come check me out next week on Sunday. We're going to be talking about the games that happened on week 2. We're going to see how I did on my picks. We're going to talk about my fantasy picks. Are my Yankees still in it? All right. We're going to talk about a little politics on Sunday. And then we'll talk about the game of the night with A.A. Rod against Detroit. All right. Everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. I love it. Next time we'll have some more chats. Hopefully everybody will see the chat. All right. All right, everybody. Love it. See you next week. And before I go, all right, because I'm on the computer now. So with me being on the computer, I can't use my regular music. All right. So my theme music got to come from here. All right. Don't laugh. It's not funny. All right. We're going to end it with that. Hopefully my Giants can pull it through. I said the score would be 21-17. Justin said my team will lose by 10, 23-13. We're going to see, all right? All right, cool. Everybody, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And hopefully I'll see everybody and more people while we get this started on Sunday. All right, y'all. Peace.